So hello everyone, this is my channel. You'll see when you get here, the header, it says The Real Matrix Files, a comprehensive study of the real matrix and how it came to be. And underneath that it says code date May 13, 2016. So let's start there. Firstly, this is the first video file on this channel that has audio. For those of you who have already subscribed, you'll notice that all of the files have no audio whatsoever. Some of you have found that a bit disconcerting because you're really just looking at screenshots in silence. But I did that deliberately simply because there was nothing really to say. The files are as they are. They are a collection of screenshots which I have collected myself and compiled under each heading to show evidence of a very horrible thing, which is not by any means entertaining. That's not what this channel's about. There won't be any entertaining music backgrounds or intros or outros, or please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to follow and like and share. There'll be utterly none of that here. Code date May 13 is probably, as I said, where we need to start so that you have some insight into how it came to happen that I started compiling this evidence, and it was a result of something that happened to me on May 13 in 2016. Long story short, I was working at a new job for a bit of petty cash, cleaning motel room at a motel in a town where my family lived before we moved to Melbourne when I was around about 6 months old. So I spent 6 months of my life there when I was born and returned there in 2016 and took up a job working for a new acquaintance who I had met via one of the stores down there. I put my feelers out to see if there was any meditation groups or some people of common interests that I could befriend and kind of embed myself in the community and feel like there was something happening. And she offered me a job at a motel that she was the manager of, so I took it. And why wouldn't I? It's a no-brainer. Reasonable pay, and right on a cliff overlooking the big blue sea, beautiful days, beautiful weather, palm trees everywhere, sort of like a southern version of Queensland, if you like. And what ended up happening that day was so completely bizarre, traumatizing to the point that in the weeks that followed, I went into an altered state mentally. I felt physically as though I had been killed. I lost all connection with my body and simply sat at my computer with what was then my Facebook account that I no longer have, trying to figure out what had happened to me and why. And at that time I felt that the best way for me to do that was to stay engaged with some real-time communication. And through a complicated process, I was able to piece it together after many months and confirm my suspicion that what happened to me was not merely another instance of humans just being humans or people just having a bad day, but that it was programmed. It was an automated event, and that the people involved were merely puppets, responding to online data. I found that there was, it all happened beforehand, online, on social media. And the combination of the data that was produced in the days leading up to May 13 and on the day was brought to life in my life on that day and with those people involved, which, to be honest, is sickening enough. It is a clear statement of the incredibly violating nature of the mind control that is happening with people who are completely unaware of it, people who are exhibiting behaviours that they have no rational explanation for, people who are suddenly switching their entire personality, doing things that are completely out of character, behaving in ways that are so outlandish and outrageous that they can't be viewed as a mere behavioural disturbance or some type of mental illness when, within a matter of weeks, I was able to find the backdrop, the data that actually went into what I experienced on that day, May 13, 2016, in the basement laundry of a seaside motel. So that's what started all of these files, and what I came to realise would be research, intensive research, and I dedicated myself to it for the last 5 years. You'll see that there's 520 files. Not all of them, not all of them go for 10 minutes. But it's a hell of a lot of viewing time for any of you to wrap your heads around. You've asked questions along the way that I've attempted to answer through typing and end up feeling frustrated because this is really a conversation that needs to be had. And I think that after 520 files, it's probably about time for me to verbalize some of this, give you guys an opportunity to ask questions about it, and I will be happy to answer them for you in this format. This is just an audio file. I will not be presenting myself by video, and the reason for that is because of what I've learned about the internet, about social media, and about these networks. And at some point I expect one or many of you to say, well, what are you still doing here? And that's the catch-22. We have been completely abducted by an online world which has assigned communication with a wide audience to the internet, unless we take the commercial route, write a book, put it on shelves, appear on television, do radio slots, and promote ourselves and what we have to say the old-fashioned way, which, to be quite honest with you, I simply don't have the energy for. Nor do I want the attention that comes with that, the fame that comes with that, and mass media influence in any of that. So that's the only reason why I have a YouTube account, is so that I can present the evidence in their system for you, wherever you are in the world, and hope that at some point the penny drops for all of you in terms of what is being done to us at an imperceptible level, at a subconscious level, in regard to mind control and emotional manipulation at the hands of social media, smartphones, and the internet in general. In short, it's a control matrix. No one is immune. Lives and deaths are run by it. It's all automated. So that's the good news. Anyway, I'll keep it short for now. I just wanted to say hi and give you a brief introduction into what all of this is about, and to invite you to ask questions if you have them. And I will answer them and continue to provide you with more audio files like this one, and zoom in on a few of the core issues that the files are about. So thanks for being here, and I'll see you soon.